Hi Aquarius, welcome to your September reading. Thank you for being patient with me as I got through my birthday, got through all of the holiday stuff. The weekend was crazy. I wanted to get your reading done a couple of days ago, and then I realized it just wasn't time. You've been going through so many changes this year. We've talked about how Saturn and Pluto have been in your 12th house and have kind of wreaked a lot of havoc where, you're sitting there like, where's the justice in all of this? And I was going to say that as the justice card falls out. Where's the justice in all of this? Why do I feel good one day, then I feel really exhausted and miserable the next day? Why do I feel like I'm spinning my wheels? You're not the only one that feels like you're spinning your wheels. Honestly, there are other signs that are feeling worse during this time than you are. I want you to remember that everything that you're going through right now and everything that you're learning right now, you're supposed to be doing this. Like if you think, I'm not supposed to be doing this, this is not the job I'm supposed to be in, this isn't the relationship, this isn't the way I thought the relationship was going to go. But because we often think that just because it's bad or uncomfortable, that we're not supposed, that it's not right, right? But sometimes we have to go through those bad and uncomfortable spots to get to the right spot. And so if you think about it, maybe this is really where you're supposed to be in all the things. And I feel like as you get that and as you kind of understand that this transformational process and all this karmic activity that's been going on that's so incredibly uncomfortable with Saturn in your 12th is really putting you on a path of filling up your cup and making you realize that it really wasn't as bad as you thought it was, as you thought it was going to be, or it really wasn't as bad as you were thinking in the time. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I know that there are some things that you would like to do differently at this point, but you can't. The past is the past. Now we're going to move forward. And I feel like that's what you're looking at. And there's a feeling of growth and prosperity from that. Okay? So we have justice, which is the karmic retribution, feeling that karmic retribution. We have the 5 of Cups, and we have the Ace of Cups. And this is really what I mean. It's like sometimes, and there could be a Libra that's in your life that you, either you really regret the things that happened between the two of you, but I feel like you're kind of dwelling on it. And if it's not a Libra, then you're dwelling on a situation where you're like, why was I wronged in this? I shouldn't have been wronged in this. You're kind of like thinking, I need to have justice. And I feel like the justice here is realizing that sometimes when things don't work out the way that you want them to, there's a reason for it and something better coming to you. You just have to be patient for it. Divine timing does not mean it's going to happen in your time. Some of you are already past the 5 of Cups state of mind. Some of you are still in it. I think it sort of depends on the outlook that you have. I think for some people, they can see the progress and the prosperity and having to start from the ground up. And it's almost as if you can look back 10 years from now and see the karmic pattern that you might be reliving so you can do better this time around, right? That may be what this justice is, where you're having to start all over again, or you're starting from the ground up and you're thinking like, but I've been here before, I've done this before, why am I having to do it again? Why do I have to have this feeling again? Why am I sitting in this again? And now you get the chance to learn the lesson this time. Maybe it's humility. Maybe it's the way that you interact with the world, the way that you're supposed to be interacting with the world, things like that. Instead of thinking, well, this isn't for me. I'm not supposed to be here. If you weren't supposed to be there, you would be somewhere else. Right? Makes sense. You weren't supposed to be where you are right now. You would be somewhere else. So then we have a Hermit. You could have a Virgo in your life as well. But I do feel with the Page of Cups, if you're the one that's been in hermit mode during this Virgo season, all of this stuff is happening in your 8th house. And the 8th house is ruled by Scorpio, right? It's all about transformation. It's all about rising from the ashes, the phoenix rising from the ashes, right? What has to die will also be reborn. And that Page of Cups is saying that you would like to have a little bit more, you know, like, couldn't I just get a little bit more? Like, why am I sitting in this? I get it. I understand where you're coming from. I also feel like giving back to yourself. The person that's going to give back to you the best is you. So if you're in the depths of the 5 of Cups right now, giving back to yourself and doing for you is the best possible thing for you, because nobody else is going to be able to comfort you in the way that you can. You can comfort yourself. I know that sounds a little odd, but it's true. If you're waiting to hear from a Libra or about some legal work, or something legal that's happening, or some kind of direction change in your life that could balance things out, I feel like you're going to hear about that during Virgo season. I feel like you're hearing about that this September. And it could be, oh no, actually it could be Libra season that you hear about it too. It might be the fact that you're still waiting for this during Virgo season that's making you a little bit bummed out. If you're waiting for something to change in your life, I feel like Libra season is going to be a big thing for you. In order for you to get out of this 5 of Cups mode and not feel so bad about what's happening in the past or what's happening in the present, and being able to look in the future, you need to be willing to take that risk. Be the fool. Be innovative. Your planet, Uranus, is in a house for you that is switching up your stability on top of Saturn being in your 12th house. So yes, you're going to have to take risks. You're going to have to do new things. You're going to have to do stuff differently this time around. Instead of doing the same old thing over and over and over again, like you did the last time you were in this position, you got to be a little bit more innovative. You have to open yourself up to more possibilities than what you've been opening up yourself. And that's the thing, is the moon here on the Ace of Cups, you got to get, the only way that you're going to be able to fill up your own cup is if you get honest with yourself. And being honest with yourself is sometimes the hardest lesson to learn. It's the hardest thing to do sometimes. So make sure you are honoring yourself during this time. This is not a time for you to slink away and get all negative Nancy, because life might have dealt you a hard journey or a difficult situation, right? I feel like this energy is helping you push forward a little bit and making you feel a little bit brighter and able to start new things with a little bit of oomph, if you will. That 3 of Pentacles could also be that you are working with a water sign. We have the King of Cups on the 3 of Pentacles. Could be a Cancer or a Scorpio. This could be like a new relationship that you're feeling really good about. Could even be a Pisces. But it feels like this person is more like, he's like a team. He like works well with a team. Part of a team. He's a good teammate, if you will. Okay. You know, and I gotta say that, and I was gonna say this, but some of you aren't even gonna believe me, because you're gonna be like, yeah, we've heard it all before. now is the time to really manifest. When I say manifest stuff, I mean get in meditation and visualize the feeling, like whatever it is that you want, visualize how you would feel if you would have that. Like visualize the joy and the excitement and the happiness. And that's how you manifest. When you are in meditation or when you're quiet, you visualize exactly what you want to manifest and you feel what it would be like to have it and all the glorious high vibrational feelings. And you sit in that for as long as you can sit in it. Some people can do it for a minute. Some people can do it for 5 minutes. If you can do it for 15 minutes, you are a master manifester. But that is what's going, this energy, this Virgo energy that's happening like the first half of September is perfect manifestation energy. Today, start manifesting today. I guarantee you the energy will switch for you. And because it's not even just going to switch in things showing up in your life, sitting in that joy and that high vibration and that happy vibration, that's going to be a game changer in itself, because your whole mental mindset, you're like changing your brain power. Like I might call this video Manifest Today. Seriously, I want you guys to start sitting in it today, because you know what you want with the Page of Cups. You're like, throw me a bone. You know what you want. The thing about knowing what you want and actually trying to manifest it is not going back into your past. Part of you out there in Aquarius world, in Aqua world, you're trying to manifest things from the past. I want this back. I want this back. I want this back, right? Or you're trying to manifest a soulmate into your life, but you don't even have boundaries up, healthy boundaries up to have a soulmate in your life. If this person showed up in your life, you would be so codependent. Some of you would be, because you didn't learn personal boundaries. Some of you are ready for this. Some of you are ready to manifest today. And the energy is right for it. Some of you just want some things from the past to come back to you. Here's the thing. The past is the past. That stuff, you need to leave that stuff behind and start manifesting from the future or from the present. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, interesting, the Two of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Two of Swords. Okay, and the bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. So we have all the kings out here. You guys having a power struggle in the same way that Cancer is, because this is kind of crazy. I feel like there's a banter or an annoyance with an earth sign. Could be a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, but we have heavy Virgo vibes down here. So if you are arguing with an earth sign right now, don't power struggle right now. That would be not in your best interest. I feel like it would just make you even more negative. Honestly, I really do. I feel like it would make you even more negative. And watch the decisions that you're making and how you're presenting them to other people. Because I feel like you're just kind of saying things and you're not really thinking about it first. And this fire sign is a Sagittarius. I feel like either they're hurt by something or you're hurt by something. You have the Three of Swords with Temperance and the King of Wands. So there's some kind of painful, I don't know. I feel like people are really getting on your last nerve right now. And you are triggering the hell out of everyone because you're tired of being the one that's triggered. So you're doing the triggering. I highly suggest to really, really watch your words. Lilith is also in your 12th house right now. No, in your 2nd house. Sorry. And that happens with work. And with Lilith in Pisces, it's more of a revenge than anything else. So you may be feeling that revenge from the dark moon. But all the decisions that you're making right now, the reason why you're a little bit cautious about moving forward with any of the decisions you're making right now is because you are afraid that things aren't going to work out the way that you want them to. And I understand that fear, but you can't stop living your life just because you're scared that things aren't going to work out the way that you want them to. Sometimes things aren't supposed to work out the way that you want them to. Sometimes things are supposed to work out in a different way, and you have to learn a lesson from it. And if you're not learning the lesson, you're going to keep on going through the same cycle over and over and over again. And your stability is in question right now with Uranus being in Taurus. And all of this Virgo energy is really asking you to manifest from a place of gratitude. Like, be grateful for where you are. Even if it's not where you want to be grateful for it. It was given to you. I know it doesn't feel like a gift, but it is. It really, really is. And be honest with yourself. You guys are actually, I know that it feels like you haven't really moved very much or things haven't really been happening, but you've had some really tough lessons in the last couple of years. With Saturn and Pluto in your 12th house, that is a tough placement to be in, right? And before Saturn moves into your sign in March, it's like, here you are. You know, next year you're going to have to start getting, karmic with yourself. Just saying. All right, you guys, take really good care of yourself. If you need a personal reading, 20% off readings right now through Virgo season. It might be through the end of September, but right now I'm just doing it until September 22nd. Might do the last week too, because I'll probably just forget to not take it off sale. But anyways, 20% off personal readings, manifestation necklaces. I only have 4 of these left, and they're not going to be made again until either the holidays or January. So, if you want a necklace, sterling silver, handmade spiral with a pendant. I have black tourmaline, I have tiger's eye, I have rose quartz and pyrite left. Other than that, I love you guys. Have a wonderful September. Bye.